not making plans with you. I got a lot of single girlies in this family, and we did have this chat last year, but it seems like we need another one. And of course, I can speak on this because this is how I got wifed up and had all of you, my kids. If you're like, I can't tell if he likes me, he doesn't. Listen to me. If he wanted you, you would know. He would do anything. He would swim through shark-infested waters. He would move heaven and earth. He would walk barefoot on broken glass.
What?
Just to get to you. If he wanted you.
What?
He's not calling because he doesn't want you. He's not texting you because he doesn't want you. I know I sound harsh, but sometimes a mother needs to give tough love. You've heard it before. If he wanted to, he would. Because if he wanted to, he would. Here's the mindset switch, though. A man will really love a woman when she really loves herself, when she really prioritizes herself. Take your power back. Take it. You are not a desperate loser. When you love yourself so much more than you love them, I promise you, the right one will come along. You are that bitch. I love you, kids.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thank you.
There's something many
Had to
women
bring
don't
Michael in on this.
understand. Men discard in silence. Here comes the second part of my uncle's wise advice. Learn to show weakness in your needs. He was referring to using your needs as tests for women, especially if you're considering something serious. Let me give you some examples. Imagine you're at work grinding away for 9 hours, and your woman calls you, "Honey, where are you?" "I want to see you." You reply, "I'm tired. I've been working nonstop for 9 hours and I haven't eaten anything." You stay silent waiting for her reaction. If she says, "Well, when you're done and have eaten something, give me a call,"
Wow.
that woman just failed the test, my friend.
Wow.
Another example, you tell your girl you're going out on Friday. Friday comes and she calls to confirm. You say, "Sorry, babe, I had an unexpected expense and don't have any money. Plus, I'm a bit tired from work." You wait for her response. If she says, "Okay, we'll go out another day," she has failed once again. You're showing a weakness in a need you could handle yourself, but you want to see her reaction. If in the first case, she doesn't say, "Come over to my place, I'll cook something for you," or "I'll bring you something to eat at your place, honey." And in the second case, she doesn't say, "Baby, take a shower. I'll pick you up and it's my treat." Then that woman doesn't love you. Because, gentlemen, women are natural caregivers. If she doesn't perform acts of service for her man, she doesn't love him. That woman isn't wife material. When you stop being useful to her, she'll leave because she doesn't have genuine interest in you. So, pay attention to those signals. As my uncle used to say, forewarned is forearmed. And in this case, he was absolutely right.
Absolutely insane how much women expect from men that they're only dating. Men in the early dating stages do not owe you anything. Only thing a man owes you is connection, compatibility, a little bit of attention, but you're not his woman yet. Why does he have to pay your bills, pay you gifts, take you out on expensive dates, prove that he can earn your love? That's absolutely wild how some women act in the early dating stages. Men don't owe you anything. They have other responsibilities, bills as well. However, if you're his woman, then he can spoil you. You should never expect it. I'm just saying, women have a convoluted idea of how dating should be and what dating actually is about. Absolutely wild. Absolutely insane. Men don't owe you anything while dating.
Totally agree, my friends.
Absolutely.
This is where what I mentioned earlier comes into play. Nowadays, men sometimes mess up because when wooing a woman, we try to cover all her needs, wanting to be her superhero, her dad, her everything. And what happens? The woman never covers the man's needs. Sometimes, as I said, it's because that man always portrays himself as the super alpha male, never showing vulnerability in his needs. And that makes the woman not do acts of kindness for him and only focus on asking for more and more. Brothers, it's important to allow women to do things for you too. Cook you a meal, pay for a date, help you with a problem. Any need you have, let her invest her time, attention, or resources. It doesn't have to be all the time, but test the woman with small things. They love to feel useful and appreciated. If you doubt it, think about this. You surely know that woman who's a goddess and is dating a guy we all look at and say, what does she see in him? A textbook loser. But she's crazy about him. Why? Because that man allowed her to help him, to connect with her caring side, to feel that she's contributing to the relationship. For example, I cooked this for my partner. I helped my boyfriend with this. That makes the woman invest in the relationship. They like to feel needed and valued. That's why when a relationship ends, they sometimes say, that man is who he is because of me. I invested my valuable years and youth. Because she invested, and that's very important to them. So, you see, it's not about being the supermodel.
He is tired. He doesn't have any more to give. When he goes to work, someone needs him. When he comes home, someone needs him.
I don't
Someone
know.
always needs something from him.
Like some
Someone
chameleon work
always
here.
needs to speak to him, talk to him. He doesn't get even just a few minutes to himself. He doesn't get 5 minutes to cry or break down. If he has a bad day, he doesn't have time to process that or to have emotions. And on top of all of those things, if that's not enough, he still has to make sure that the bills are paid and that his family is taken care of and provided for. He is making sure that all of their needs are met. His needs are absolutely the last thing that he is worried about. His mental health is completely irrelevant. He just has to make sure that everyone else is provided for and that he protects his family. And yet we wonder and we question why men's suicide rate is so high. It's not that hard.
Do you know why I always tell you that your top priority should be yourself? Because a man who learns to prioritize himself is more productive, makes his family happier, and stays mentally healthier. Plus, he keeps himself in better physical shape and knows how to disconnect to stay calm when problems arise as the head of the family. That's why I support you taking time for yourself, even if you have kids or a partner. We recommend hitting the gym to unwind, having friends to go out and chat with. If your partner gets upset because you take a day to do something solo, it's important to communicate and find balance. Every man should reserve at least 1 day a month for himself. If your life falls apart just because you take 1 day for yourself, then the foundations of your castle might need some
1 day
reinforcement.
out of a month?
You need to disconnect, play a sport, talk to a
Man,
friend, go fishing,
I do it
or
every
any
day.
activity you enjoy. Hopefully not video games, because I don't recommend those. It should be something that gets you out of the house for a few hours.
Yeah, but I love video games. Yeah, man. I take, a certain amount of time per day to myself. In the kind of world we live in, one day a month. Can't do that.
Hiding for a while they're done, they're taking a vacation from women. They're probably at home. If they're not at work, they're at home. And they're just watching TikToks of women horrified, being very, very happy that they made their choice to just be single and choose peace over crazy toxicity. Oh, and where are the good women? They're at home too. Yeah, they're at home looking like this. And all the other girls, they're out at the club, they're at the bar, dating the same 6'3" guy that's probably texting all of them. He has multiple girlfriends, and all the good people were at home on Reddit, probably going down a deep rabbit hole we shouldn't, scaring ourselves about the world, and just scrolling through our phones looking like this.
Like I always say, if you're really interested in
Wall
meeting a man, why
bangers.
not make the first move yourself? There's no need to be afraid. I'll bet you anything that 3 out of 5 times, you'll end up on a date. In fact, it's known that 60% of the time when a woman asks a man out, she gets the date. It's not magic, it's
Fact.
statistics. With those numbers, you shouldn't fear failure. Plus, you might have better luck finding a man with the qualities you like. There are plenty of good men out there who are simply tired of the same old games and wouldn't reject a woman who takes the initiative. Or is it that you're afraid of rejection?
Oh my God, there are just like no good guys out there. Everybody's terrible. Dating apps are the worst. Like every guy I meet is such an asshole. Like I just don't understand. Like I'm going to be single forever because it's just so hard out there. Want to know a secret where all the nice guys are? Yeah? Okay. Look around. They're everywhere, okay? They're the ones that you put in the friend zone. They're the ones on your dating app inbox that you've just ignored. They're the ones that have been repeatedly asking you out, but that you won't go out with because they don't make your stomach flip. Like that asshole traumatic guy that's unavailable, that's been stringing you along forever and that you can't let go of. So where's the real ownership that we have? It comes down to working on ourselves, getting over that toxic behavior so that we can see somebody for who they really are. Understanding that social media and the movies and everything has lied to you about what they believe a true relationship should look like. It's not as exciting as you think, but it can be secure and stable and wonderful. And there are amazing guys out there that would be a husband and a father and a friend to you. And you need to do the work so that you can wake up and actually see them.
There's a very curious cognitive bias where, when you desire something, for example, a white car of a specific brand, you might start seeing that car everywhere that month. Is it because there are too many of that car? Maybe. But it's more because your mind focuses on what you like. That's what it seeks. Women fall into this a lot. They like the chads, narcissistic, uninterested guys who sometimes treat them poorly, but stir up a roller coaster of emotions in them. These women go crazy for them. The man who has good intentions, who treats them well, sometimes there are several like that, they don't even notice them, as if they didn't exist. They're in what this woman calls the friend zone, on social networks, in activities they do. Simply put, their mind doesn't see them that way and passes over them. That's why, when they hit their 30s, whether because they've gone through a lot of suffering, want economic security instead of more excitement, or have hit the wall, as we know the wall doesn't forgive, that's when their tastes or interests change. They start wanting and looking for, giving chances to the beta provider, who offers them long-term economic security but doesn't spark any interest in this woman's sexual department. He's just her financial security. Be careful with this type of women who always complain about not having a partner. But you notice they always have men chasing after them because they're not looking for a relationship but a wallet on legs.
Where are all the good men? Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, ladies, but they're done. They've walked away from today's modern women. They're done with dating, done with marriage, done with relationships. And no, ladies, it's not because they're scared, like you all are telling each other is the case. No, the real reason they're leaving is because they don't see a point in relationships anymore. Because there is no point in relationships for today's men. They're expected to give while getting nothing in return. They're told that they need to honor, respect, and provide for women while never seeing it reciprocated to them in any way. They've been told time and again that they aren't needed, aren't wanted, aren't necessary, and that they should just go away and leave women alone. And ladies, we've heard you loud and clear. We've said, fine, if that's what you want, we're going to give it to you. And that, ladies, is where these good men are, off doing their own thing and enjoying life, because they are done.
Loving life.
Done dealing with the drama, narcissism, and insane expectations most of you have. Men are done with never being acknowledged, let alone appreciated for all that they do. So if you're wondering why all the men have walked away, there's your reasons.
I have always had my honest opinion about this. I don't like the idea of a man being alone. I believe that if you're a man who does things right, you shouldn't have to die alone. I know that women nowadays,
Well, my boy, you can have your opinion from your AI perspective, but it doesn't matter. And I'm really curious as to why there's so many men worried about other men and what they're doing. Because I know you'll make this, theory that, well, men that aren't doing what they need to do end up trying to go against us. You have no proof of nothing in recent history. You just have a fascination with worrying about what other men do and using it as a way to kind of gaslight us. You know what I mean? We don't care what you think. You mind your business, I'm gonna mind mine. Okay? If you think that men should be with women, congratulations. Good for you. I think that a man doesn't need a woman. If he wants to have a woman, if he wants to, pursue women, that's great. But he needs to be going after his purpose in alignment with God. Period. There are plenty of men that have become monks and just decided to do away with whatever. You need not worry about that. This is gaslighting and a little bit of pandering. I'm guessing that there's a lot of more
in this game. You gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.
Floor seats.